shook inside, I walked the nights where silence felt louder than noise. I kept moving even when my pulse felt unsteady. I carried truth that burned deeper than anyone. I learned to trust my own grip when no one stepped in. I held on to scraps of cone when my head spun wide. I pushed myself forward when doubt tried to slow me. I swore I built a life that no one could break down. I'm a whiskey steel child, holding firm through the strain. I built my backbone from moments that almost crushed me. I kept breathing through storms that tried to corner me. I stayed sharp when the world tried to dull my edge. I refused every push that aimed to pull me under. I shaped my own path without asking for a hand. I rose again each time my strength failed. Then I walk steady now, carrying my own fire. On fire, on fire. I seen friends fade when pressure showed up. I stood alone in rooms that felt colder than stone. I carried weight that no one wanted to pick up. I've grounded myself when frustration got loud. I cut ties that kept dragging me backward. I've learned truth hits harder when it's earned. I built discipline one long night at a time. I've grown into someone I didn't know I could be. I'm a whiskey steel child, holding firm through the strain. I built my backbone from moments that almost crushed me. I kept breathing through storms that tried to corner me. I stayed sharp when the world tried to dull my edge. I refused every push that aimed to pull me under. I shaped my own path without asking for a hand. I rose again each time my strength failed. Then I walk steady now, carrying my own fire. On fire, on fire. I remember nights where hunger felt louder than thought. I remember days when silence felt like pressure. I held on to small wins like they were gold. I kept my focus even when the road felt endless. I faced setbacks and tried to shake my direction. I stayed honest even when life felt easier. I rebuilt myself from the mess I made before. I chose to rise rather than fall into the crash. I'm a whiskey steel child, holding firm through the strain. I built my backbone from moments that almost crushed me. I kept breathing through storms that tried to corner me. I stayed sharp when the world tried to dull my edge. I refused every push that aimed to pull me under. I shaped my own path without asking for a hand. I rose again each time my strength failed. Then I walk steady now, carrying my own fire. I don't feel long nights the way I used to. I don't shrink when trouble shows its teeth. I don't bend for anyone who doubts my voice. I don't break when pressure tries to twist me. I've grown comfortable calling out my truth. I've found strength in owning every part of my story. I've learned that survival comes from steady effort. I've committed to winning on terms I choose. I'm a whiskey steel child, holding firm through the strain. I built my backbone from moments that almost crushed me. I kept breathing through storms that tried to corner me. I stayed sharp when the world tried to dull my edge. I refused every push that aimed to pull me under. I shaped my own path without asking for a hand. I rose again each time my strength failed. Then I walk steady now, carrying my own fire. I know what it feels like to rebuild from nothing. I know the way to quiet rooms and long thoughts. I know the taste of fear right before I push back. I know the strength that shows up when I least expect it. I know the grind it takes to stay consistent. I know the cost of carrying my own truth. I know the value of standing up again. I know I'm forged from everything I survived. I'm a whiskey steel child, holding firm through the strain. I built my backbone from moments that almost crushed me. I kept breathing through storms that tried to corner me. I stayed sharp when the world tried to dull my edge. I refused every push that aimed to pull me under. I shaped my own path without asking for a hand. I rose again and each time my strength failed. Then I walk steady now, carrying my own fire. I move forward with steady steps. I trust the strength I've earned. I walk with purpose, I built myself. I rise because I refuse to fall. I walked into this night with nothing but my will. I've carried quiet grudges and never learned to chill. I pushed through long miles nobody asked me to take. I've swallowed my pride just to keep my spirit awake. I stayed in fights long after others backed out. I've learned to trust myself when everything filled with doubt. I stood in cold rooms when no one cared if I broke. I've held on to my name like it's the last thing I own. I keep moving like this road won't drag me under. I keep speaking even when my voice feels rougher. I keep steady through the pressure, shakes my frame. I keep breathing like the wind can't scrape my flame. I keep rising though the night tries to shut me down. I keep swinging though the weight tries to make me drown. I keep fighting for the version of me that's real. I keep loading up the courage that helps me heal. I've seen friends vanish when the struggle got tight. I faced long hours alone trying to make things right. I've taken hits that left my hands shaking for days. I've stared at empty rooms trying to change my ways. I've lived through moments that nearly cracked my core. I've held back words that would open another war. I've walked past offers that tried to sell me short. I've kept my stance firm like a one-man fold. I keep moving like this road won't drag me under. I keep speaking even when my voice feels rougher. I keep steady though the pressure shakes my frame. I keep breathing like the wind can't scrape my flame. I keep rising though the night tries to shut me down. I keep swinging though the weight tries to make me drown. I keep fighting for the version of me that's real. I keep loading up the courage that helps me heal. I've carried old choices that still echo in my chest. I've dealt my flaws without asking for rest. I've pushed through mornings that started with regret. I've cut off habits that kept dragging me in debt. I stood in halls when nobody said my name. I've tried to rebuild without chasing any fame. I swallowed fear when it crawled into my throat. I stayed the course even when I barely stayed afloat. I keep moving like this road won't drag me under. I keep speaking even when my voice feels rougher. I keep steady through the pressure shakes my frame. I keep breathing like the wind can't scrape my flame. I keep rising though the night tries to shut me down. I keep swinging though the weight tries to make me drown. I keep fighting for the version of me that's real. I keep loading up the courage that helps me heal. I've walked straight through problems that tried to claim my path. I've bitten my tongue to avoid the useless wrath. I stood on cracked ground refusing to bend. I've let go of people who call themselves a friend. I've tightened my grip when the world said let go. I've learned to recognize a false yes or no. I've turned pain into plans without asking for light. I've found enough strength to keep aiming through the night. I keep moving like this road won't drag me under. I keep speaking even when my voice feels rougher. I keep steady though the pressure shakes my frame. I keep breathing like the wind can't scrape my flame. I keep rising though the night tries to shut me down. I keep swinging though the weight tries to make me drown. I keep fighting for the version of me that's real. I keep loading up the courage that helps me heal. I'm holding this one shot like it's all I've got left. I'm guarding my story from lies that steal breath. I'm keeping my stance no matter who steps in. I'm trusting this grit I earn from every sin. I'm walking forward even when the floor cracks. I'm staring life down, refusing to turn back. I'm placing my faith in choices I make alone. I'm ready to fight, the truth is fully grown. I keep moving like this road won't drag me under. I keep speaking even when my voice feels rougher. I keep steady though the pressure shakes my frame. I keep breathing like the wind can't scrape my flame. I keep rising though the night tries to shut me down. I keep swinging though the weight tries to make me drown. I keep fighting for the version of me that's real. I keep loading up the courage that helps me heal. This last bullet isn't for fear or retreat. This last bullet is a moment I refuse to defeat. This last bullet is the truth I finally claim. This last bullet is a reason I reclaim my name. This last bullet is my stand in the dark. This last bullet is the place where I leave my mark. This where my choices felt like traps. I've held back rage when my pulse wanted to strike. I've swallowed truths that scraped the way out slow. I stood alone when the noise tried to drown me out. I fought urges that nearly pushed me off the edge. I watched my past lean heavy on my shoulders. I stayed upright even when my breathing shook hard. This is my scarred crown prayer, spoken from a worn-out chest. I'm lifting in what's left of me, refusing to bend again. I'm climbing past the hurt that tried to cage my voice. I'm gripping this moment like it's my last chance to rise. I'm sending out a vow that I won't break under pressure. I'm shaping my name with whatever strength I can gather. I'm standing in my truth without asking for approval. I carried knives that cut straight through my comb. I walked alleys where my choices felt like traps. I've held back rage when my pulse wanted to strike. I've swallowed truths that scraped the way out slow. I stood alone when the noise tried to drown me out. I fought urges that nearly pushed me off the edge. I watched my past lean heavy on my shoulders. I stayed upright even when my breathing shook hard. This is my scarred crown prayer, spoken from a worn-out chest. I'm lifting to what's left of me, refusing to bend again. I'm climbing past the hurt that tried to cage my voice. I'm gripping this moment like it's my last chance to rise. I'm sending out a vow that I won't break under pressure. I'm shaping my name with whatever strength I can gather. I'm standing in my truth without asking for approval. I'm claiming the next mile with a steadier pole. I've chased calm in places that never offered peace. I faced nights where silence felt like punishment. I've held back shots that burned at the back of my throat. I've taken blame that belonged to someone else. I've dragged myself forward when quitting seemed easy. I stared down doubt until it lost its hold. I've learned to trust the small wins that kept me moving. I've stitched myself back together without applause. This is my scarred crown prayer, spoken from a worn-out chest. I'm living in what's left of me, refusing to bend again. I'm climbing past the hurt that tried to cage my voice. I'm gripping this moment like it's my last chance to rise. I'm sending out a vow that I won't break under pressure. I'm shaping my name with whatever strength I can gather. I'm standing in my truth without asking for approval. I'm claiming the next mile with a steadier pole. I've let go of people who cheer when I stumbled. I faced storms that taught me how to stay firm. I've broken habits that kept dragging me backward. I've picked myself up without waiting for help. I rebuilt my focus one rough hour at a time. I pushed past limits that once felt permanent. I've learned that grit grows in the hardest corners. I stepped into each day with a stronger spine. This is my scarred crown prayer, spoken from a worn-out chest. I'm lifting to what's left of me, refusing to bend again. I'm climbing past the hurt that tried to cage my voice. I'm gripping this moment like it's my last chance to rise. I'm sending out a vow that I won't break under pressure. I'm shaping my name with whatever strength I can gather. I'm standing in my truth without asking for approval. I'm claiming the next mile with a steadier pole. I've carved out space where my mind can stay steady. I burned old ties that kept dragging me down. I've cleaned out corners I avoided for years. I've learned to breathe through the shaking my hands. I stood firm when the world world tried to twist my purpose. I've spoken truths I used to swallow out of fear. I've chosen paths that don't bow to pressure. I've carried my grit like a quiet declaration. This is my scarred crown prayer, spoken from a worn-out chest. I'm lifting to what's left of me, refusing to bend again. I'm climbing past the hurt that tried to cage my voice. I'm gripping this moment like it's my last chance to rise. I'm sending out a vow that I won't break under pressure. I'm shaping my name with whatever strength I can gather. I'm standing in my truth without asking for approval. I'm claiming the next mile with a steadier pole. I've lived long enough to know my worth ain't borrowed. I've seen failure teach lessons nothing else could show. I've taken hits that forced me to grow sharper. I built patience from hours that felt endless. I've learned power comes from showing up wounded. I've trusted the grind even when it felt cold. I've carried a promise to never fold again. I've walked forward with every bruise turned into fuel. This is my scarred crown prayer, spoken from a worn-out chest. What's left of me, refusing to bend again. I'm climbing past the hurt that tried to cage my voice. I'm gripping this moment like it's my last chance to rise. I'm sending out a vow that I won't break under pressure. I'm shaping my name with whatever strength I can gather. I'm standing in my truth without asking for approval. I'm claiming the next mile with a steadier pole. Choices that cut me down. I carry silence that weighed on my chest for years. I pushed through nights when my breathing felt unstable. I learned to walk without leaning on anyone's hand. I kept my distance from people who twisted truth. I dragged my name through dirt just to keep moving. I held my ground when they tried to corner me. I stayed alive by refusing to let lies guide me. I've been hauled through places that drained my strength. I stood alone when the floor fell ready to crack. I cleared my mind with nothing but stubborn grit. I felt pressurized like chains pulling at my back. I fought through noise and tried to drown my focus. I screamed for calm in moments that burned my nerves. I stared down threats that wanted to break my pace. I learned to rise without waiting for mercy. I tossed old habits that nearly wrecked my path. I faced reminders of moments I wish I never lived. I kept my voice steady when my pulse shook bad. I shut out whispers that tried to drag me backward. I rebuilt purpose from corners filled with doubt. I set my stance firm when storms pushed against me. I carried truths that were heavy but honest. I made each step count even when fear bogged loud. I walked through heat that tested my patience. I felt my breath when the air felt too sharp. I squared my shoulders against unfair judgment. I caught my thoughts when they tried to spiral hard. I climbed through pressure with no one steady beside me. I held my tongue when anger begged to swing. I've chased control in places that offer none. I pushed past pain just to claim my footing. I cut off circles that fed on confusion. I let time clean wounds I refused to show. I learned the value of standing without trembling. I kept my focus clear when chaos closed in. And I closed those doors that led me into trouble. I faced long nights without losing my direction. I fought off doubt that tried to blur my steps. I gained calm strength through battles I didn't choose. I've shaken off threads that tried to pull me under. I've taken hits that left me short on breath. I've stared at moments that nearly broke my center. I've rebuilt calm while shaking inside my chest. I've kept my word when it cost more than expected. I refused to fold when pressure felt unfair. I've carried weight that most folks never noticed. I've stayed unbroken though the strain was heavy. Hey, I turned sharp corners with nothing but willpower. I kept moving forward when doubts started close. I sharpened my courage when nerves got tangled. I held my stance when the air turned cold. I stayed awake through nights that dragged too long. I kept my plan tight even when noise rose high. I shut out voices that wanted to slow my climb. I stayed committed to a truth I built myself. I've walked through threads that tried to stall my heartbeat. I fought through tension without losing direction. I've kept my calm when the room felt dangerous. I've carried memories that pushed me into reflection. I steadied my breath through moments that cracked my spine. I've held my line when doubt circled close. I've kept my drive even when hope ran thin. I've pushed through shadows that tried to corner my spirit. I carved out space where honesty could settle. I let go of noise that twisted my decisions. I built new rules that kept me grounded. I claimed strength from scars I never wanted. I quieted storms rising inside my chest. I steadied my rhythm through unexpected chaos. I found direction in places once confusing. I rose clean from fires that tried to claim me. I've walked through pressure that tried to end my pace. I felt tight focused when anger stirred deep. I've stood firm even when fear crept in. What I built new trust in the path I keep. I've held on the grid when moments turn brutal. I've found new calm where panic once lived. I've kept my promise to never fall quiet. I've earned my right to breathe without trembling. I'll keep moving with purpose, stitching to my stride. I'll stay steady when noise tries to shake me. I'll guard the strength I fought so hard to build. I'll keep rising even when the road turns rough. I'll trust the truth I shape with my own hands. I'll push forward without slipping into old patterns. I'll hold my ground through whatever comes next. I'll walk out clean with the burned Noose blues behind me. Walked out with my heartbeat shaking in my chest. Told myself I keep moving even if nothing made sense. I carried truths I never wanted to admit to anyone. I felt the weight of choices pressing down like whetstone. I kept my eyes forward so I wouldn't fall apart again. I pushed through the quiet that tried to break my focus. I stepped on ground that reminded me of every mistake. I swore I wouldn't let another warning go unheard. I'm riding this blood night train with no fear left. I'm holding my place even when the cold creeps in. I won't slide back into the shadows I escaped. I'm moving with purpose even when the road bends. I've taken it enough hits to know what I won't accept. I've learned to stand firm even when my hands shake. I'm choosing my path without waiting for approval. I'm claiming every inch I fought to reach tonight. I carried old pressure that made my lungs tight. For years I walked through silence that felt louder than anger. I kept my mind sharp so doubt wouldn't drag me down. I refused to let anyone rewrite my intentions. I faced long nights where my own voice felt distant. I found a way to stay grounded through sudden storms. I learned to trust the instinct that kept me alive. I stepped into the unknown with no one guiding me. I'm riding this blood night train with steady breath. I'm clearing out everything that tried to hold me. I won't let past echoes define how far I travel. I'm shaping my future with unfiltered will. I've walked through enough chaos to see what matters. I've survived enough silence to speak without fear. I'm pushing through limits that once felt impossible. I'm claiming every step like it belongs to me. I walked roads where my name didn't mean anything. I felt the sting of doors closing in my face. I kept moving even when I questioned why I bothered. I pushed past moments where quitting felt easier. I steadied my voice when doubt tried to hollow it. I reminded myself that survival was my decision. I watched people turn away when truth got heavy. I kept my head straight so I wouldn't lose direction. I'm riding this blood night train with clear intent. I'm letting the noise fade behind me for good. I won't be dragged back into circles that drain me. I'm stepping into freedom without second guessing. I've seen what happens when I trust my own strength. I've learned how far grit can take a worn out soul. I'm guiding my route by what feels right inside. I'm claiming my momentum with both feet planted. I walked into rooms where tension sat thick and silent. I felt eyes judge me like they already knew my story. I held steady cause I knew I earned my place. I kept my fists unclenched even when pushed too far. I rose from nights where I couldn't find any calm. I carved out space when I thought none existed. I carried my truth without trying to make it pretty. I kept fighting for peace I never had growing up. I'm riding this blood night train with hard-won pride. I'm leaving behind anything to slow my rise. I won't let old shadows sneak back into my stride. I'm walking with power I built from my own grit. I've reached a point where doubt can't shake me. I found a steadiness I thought I'd never feel. I'm owning my journey without asking permission. I'm claiming tonight is proof that I'm still rising. I kept my spirit steady when pressure tightened. I held on to purpose even when hope thinned out. I moved through moments that tried to break me. I faced truths I used to run from every day. I stayed grounded when everything shifted fast. I caught myself when I slipped into old habits. I rebuilt my confidence one breath at a time. I shaped my resilience out of every hard moment. I'm riding this blood night train with full control. I'm stepping forward without fear of the unknown. I won't let anything drag me back to old pain. I'm standing tall with the strength I earned alone. I've grown past moments that once held me hostage. I claim the calm that comes from surviving storms. I'm following a path that I carved with honest effort. I'm closing this night knowing I won't fall again. I keep moving because stopping never saved me. I hold my ground because I know what I've survived. I breathe steady because I earned that peace. I ride on knowing I built this new life myself.
I've carried nights that kept me wide awake. I've tasted doubts I never meant to take. I walk past places that pulled at my nerves. I feel my pulse fight back when it hurt. I've held my breath through long silent hours. I pushed through moments stripped of any power. I stood alone when everything felt numb. I've kept on moving when my hands went cold and dumb. Dead river whiskey burns down slow in my chest. It keeps me steady when the pressure won't rest. I sip it careful when the shadows feel near. Helps me stare down every raw knowing fear. I let it anchor me when storms start to crawl. It keep me upright when I'm close to a fall. It reminds me I'm still here, not back in the way. It keeps my heartbeat loud enough to stay. I've crossed paths with trouble that didn't blink. I've seen nights slip by before I could think. I've held my ground when voices pushed hard. I've kept my story safe, scar after scar. I felt my jaw locked tight through rough talks. I've left behind crowds that mock my walks. I've carried truth even when it's scratched inside. I've kept going forward with nothing to hide. Dead river whiskey burns down slow in my chest. It keep me steady when the pressure won't rest. I sip it careful when the shadows feel near. It help me stare down every raw gnawing fear. I let it anchor me when storms start to crawl. It keeps me upright when I'm close to a fall. It reminds me I'm still here, not backing away. It keeps my heartbeat loud enough to stay. I've dealt with traps that came dressed as friends. I've cut loose habits that led to dead ends. I've heard my voice shake but still speak clear. I've learned to breathe through the weight of old years. I've taken hits that tried to bend my pride. I've dragged myself up from the roughest side. I felt that urge to vanish without a sound. I've dug my feet in, refusing to hit the ground. Dead river whiskey burns down slow in my chest. Keep me steady when the pressure won't rest. I sip it careful when the shadows feel near. It helps me stare down every raw gnawing fear. I let it anchor me when storms start to crawl. It keeps me upright when I'm close to a fall. It reminds me I'm still here, not backing away. It keeps my heartbeat loud enough to stay. I've walked past chances that weren't worth the risk. I've cleaned the messes made when life turned bridge. I fought to keep myself from slipping down. I've stood strong even when shaking hit the ground. I've listened closely to the truth in my chest. I've kept it honest even under unrest. I've seen how quick calm moments can break. I've stayed alive through every hard mistake. Dead river whiskey burns down slow in my chest. It keep me steady when the pressure won't rest. I sip it careful when the shadows feel near. It helps me stare down every wrong, no, and fear. I let it anchor me when stones start to crawl. It keep me upright when I'm close to a fall. It reminds me I'm still here, not backing away. It keeps my heartbeat loud enough to stay. I've learned my strength comes from staying away. I've held my space when the world tried to take. I breathe through noise that wanted me gone. I've kept my stance until the break of dawn. I've trusted myself when silence grew loud. I've walked alone without needing a crowd. I've sharpened my will through cold heavy nights. I built my fire from small surviving lives. Dead river whiskey burns down slow in my chest. It keep me steady when the pressure won't rest. I sip it careful when the shadows feel near. It helps me stare down every raw, gnaw, and fear. I let it anchor me when storms start to crawl. It keeps me upright when I'm close to a fall. It reminds me I'm still here, not backing away. It keeps my heartbeat loud enough to stay. I keep that bottle where my doubts used to sit. I reach for calm when my pulse won't quit. I breathe in steady when the dark gets close. I hold my truth tighter than most. I keep walking even when the roads feel thin. I stay focused on the fire within. I take each night as another small test. I rise again, refusing anything less. I walk down the night with my heartbeat kicking hard. I feel the road pressed back like it wanted me gone. I carried old choices that still bother my sleep. I kept pushing forward even when my legs shook. I learned to stay steady when every call was sharp. I fought through the doubts that tried to slow me down. I held my ground when people swore I wouldn't last. I breathed in the silence under that gun dust moon. I stand here warm but I'm not breaking apart. I clawed through storms without asking for help. I kept my voice strong when it trembled inside. I made my own path even when it scraped me raw. I don't need praise to know what I survived. I don't need approval to claim what I've earned. I rise with that rough light guiding me on. I rise under the pull of that gun dust moon. I remember cold nights when nothing felt fair. I tasted defeat but refused to fall flat. I faced long hours with no comfort inside. I held tight to truth when talk tried to twist me. I kept my pace slow when rush burned me out. I learned that calm hits different after hurt. I shook off the weight that tried to pin me down. I moved forward again under that gun dust moon. I stand here warm but I'm not breaking apart. I clawed through storms without asking for help. I kept my voice strong when it trembled inside. I made my own path even when it scraped me raw. I don't need praise to know what I've survived. I don't need approval to claim what I've earned. I rise with that rough light guiding me on. I rise under the pull of that gun dust moon. I saw people switch sides when truth got loud. I caught quiet stares that said I wouldn't last. I walked through places that drained every spark. I held my breath steady when anger flared up. I stayed in the fight when quitting looked clean. I kept calm when the noise tried to wreck me. I learned to trust slow steps more than fast talk. I stayed locked on the road under that gun dust moon. I stand here warm but claim what I've earned. I rise with that rough light guiding me on. I rises under the pull of that gun dust moon. I held on to grit when the world spun wrong. I faced long miles with nothing in my hands. I talked to myself just to stay on track. I fought every urge to fade from the mess. I stayed awake through nights thick with doubt. I learned new strength when the truth felt heavy. I kept pushing forward no matter the burn. I stayed faithful to me under that gun dust moon. I stand here warm, but I'm not breaking apart. I clawed through storms without asking for help. I kept my voice strong when it trembled inside. I made my own path even when it scraped me raw. I don't need praise to know what I've survived. I don't need approval to claim what I've earned. I rise with a rough light guiding me on. I rise under the pull of that gun dust moon. I won't step back from the weight of my truth. I won't dim down for the comfort of lies. I won't walk soft just to fit someone's plan. I won't lose pace when the road gets tense. I won't forget the cost of every move. I won't pretend my scars didn't shape me. I won't let fear take hold of my voice. I won't stray from the fire that keeps me going. I stand here warm, but I'm not breaking apart. I clawed through storms without asking for help. I kept my voice strong when it trembled inside. I made my own path even when it screamed me raw. I don't need praise to know what I've survived. I don't need approval to claim what I've earned. I rise with that rough light guiding me on. I rise under the pull of that gun dust moon. I keep moving steady while the night stays quiet. I know what I've carried and what I let go. I walk on with a clearer mind than before. I leave behind the noise and trust my own steps. I've walked through long night with no one calling my name. I've carried choices that cut deeper than any wound I've known. I've stood in empty rooms listening to my own doubt. I felt minutes drag like punishment I brought on myself. I pushed through days when my spirit barely moved. I learned to handle silence without breaking apart. I've traced my reasons for staying in this fight. I swung to rise even when I barely had the strength. I'm a lone rust outlaw holding my ground again. I don't bend for pressure that tries to corner me. I keep my heartbeat steady when trouble circles close. I face my trials without running from the weight. I've taken hits that tried to knock out my will. I'm still here proving I'm not finished at all. I won't let shadows claim what I built with pain. I stand firm because quitting never felt right. I've dealt with people who vanished when storms formed. I've watched trust collapse in ways that taught me caution. I've held back words that could have burned bridges. I felt cold memories rise when I didn't expect them. I walked away from paths that led me nowhere. I rebuilt habits piece by piece to keep myself sharp. I've owned mistakes that haunted my early days. I've turned those lessons into reasons to push forward. I'm a lone rust outlaw holding my ground again. I don't bend for pressure that tries to corner me. I keep my heartbeat steady when trouble circles close. I face my trials without running from the weight. I've taken hits that tried to knock out my will. I'm still here proving I'm not finished at all. I won't let shadows claim what I built with pain. I stand firm because quitting never felt right. I felt betrayal tighten my chest more than fear. I've sat in quiet places planning my next rise. I've carried regrets that slowed me but never broke me. I stared down thoughts that tried to push me off course. I pushed through mornings when I barely felt alive. I stayed honest with myself even when it stung. I've kept my footing through threats meant to shake me. I've kept my drive steady when everything felt unstable. I'm a lone rust outlaw holding my ground again. I don't bend for pressure that tries to corner me. I keep my heartbeat steady when trouble circles close. I face my trials without running from the weight. I've taken hits that tried to knock out my will. I'm still here proving I'm not finished at all. I won't let shadows claim what I built with pain. I stand firm because quitting never felt right. I've learned patience the hard way through long nights. I've trusted my instincts when nothing else felt safe. I've walked forward even when my steps so shaky. I stood tall in moments that tried to pull me under. I've held my truth without asking for approval. I've kept steady hands when chaos tried to rattle me. I built new strength from every setback I lived through. I've chosen persistence when giving up seemed easier. I'm a lone rust outlaw, holding my ground again. I don't bend for pressure that tries to corner me. I keep my heartbeat steady when trouble circles close. I face my trials without running from the weight. I've taken hits that tried to knock out my will. I'm still here proving I'm not finished at all. I won't let shadows claim what I built with pain. I stand firm because quitting never fails. I've stood at crossroads without knowing a safe turn. I've learned endurance by staying through rough hours. I faced silence that made me question my direction. I've rebuilt myself in ways no one else noticed. I've cut off doubts that tried to drown my voice. I've held steady breath through every tired moment. I've chosen to keep moving no matter the resistance. I promised myself I'll never sink back into fear. I'm a lone rust outlaw, holding my ground again. I don't bend for pressure that tries to corner me. I keep my heartbeat steady when trouble circles close. I face my trials without running from the weight. I've taken hits that tried to knock out my will. I'm still here proving I'm not finished at all. I won't let shadows claim what I built with pain. I stand firm because quitting never felt right. I walk on knowing I've earned every inch I gain. I breathe deep and keep my focus locked in. I move forward without waiting for approval. I hold my resolve like the only thing I can trust. I keep rising because I refuse to fall away. I stay grounded no matter who doubts my path. I carry my truth with every step I take. I leave this mark as proof I lived on my terms. I'm alone. I came up learning how to push through every setback alone. I kept moving even when each step felt heavy in my chest. I carried choices that left me feeling cornered for years. I walked into nights where I couldn't trust my own thoughts. I fought through pressure that tried to break my sense of worth. I kept steady when people expecting me to fall apart. I held my ground even when my voice shook from doubt. I stayed alive by refusing to let fear run my path. I ride forward with a name that keeps me steady inside. I hold on because turning back never helped me once. I speak loud so nobody can twist my truth again. I stay focused even when the road tries to shake me. I rise stronger because weakness never felt like an option. I face trouble with the kind of grit I earn in silence. I keep pushing cause stopping would feel like losing myself. I ride on carrying nothing but my will to continue. Trust disappeared fast. I learned to read people before they could cut me down. I kept distance when the motives didn't match their words. I grew sharper because softness got me bruised too often. I stayed patient when everything around me felt unstable. I found meaning in moments nobody else cared to notice. I held steady even when pressure pulled at every part of me. I kept chasing something better than the mess behind me. I stepped forward with a calm, I fought hard to build. I breathe easy, you know, and I stop begging for respect. I stay ready because life doesn't end. I finish, I talk straight so no one mistakes my silence for fear. I stand firm because backing down never saved me. I keep trying even when progress moves slow as hell. I walk through nights with a focus I earned through pain. I move ahead, carrying only the strength I shape myself. I cut ties with people who kept pulling me off balance. I learned control after years of running from myself. I faced moments where quitting felt almost comfortable. I stayed awake the nights when doubt wanted the last word. I built habits that kept my mind from slipping again. I found direction in choices that once scared me. I locked in on goals nobody believed I could reach. I kept growing even when change came harder than expected. I hold steady because drifting never fixed anything. I keep going with a sense of purpose that feels earned. I talk clear so my path stays free from confusion. I rise daily even when the way tries to slow me. I trust myself because that's all that ever worked. I stand tall without needing but the truth I build. Memories that tried to pull me under. I broke cycles by refusing to repeat old mistakes. I stood firm in moments when everything felt uncertain. I found clarity by letting go of what drained me. I kept climbing while others waited for me to fall. I stayed honest even when truth felt uncomfortable. I learned patience from battles I fought in silence. I earned peace through choices I didn't run from. I walked steady because shaking that would erase progress. I stayed grounded with a confidence built from struggle. I breathe deeper knowing I owe nothing to the past. I speak loud so doubt can't take root again. I stay focused on the future I'm creating alone. I rise each day with a drive that refuses to fade. I push forward even when the world feels against me. I live bold, carrying nothing but the life I built. I keep heading toward the future I carved on my own. I breathe easier with every step that proves I'm still here. I trust the road because I finally trust myself. I move clean from everything that once held me back. I feel stronger than the doubts that follow me. I stay clear about the promise I made to survive. I walk proud knowing I never folded under pressure. I ride forward as the Black Cross rider I became. I woke up to the roar of a restless night. Concrete and gravel got me holding tight. Every street I turn down feels like a test. Hollow eyes watch me, don't give me no rest. I've been scraping with nothing, learning the rules, counting losses while dodging all these fools. Every handshake feel like a trap waiting to snap. I'm walking the line, got no plan for a map. Devil's gunfire road, I'm chasing my own damn fate. Every corner I turn, someone's lying in wait. Blood and sweat don't mean mercy or grace. I'm carving my place, leaving no empty space. Devil's gunfire road, I fight just to breathe, holding my ground while the world tries to deceive. I won't kneel, won't bow, won't fold. I live or die on this devil's gunfire road. Still under my boots, I'm running cold nights, trading punches with the darkness and street lights. They think I'll crumble, think I'll bend and break, but I got scars they'll never make. Hunger knocks harder than any fear. Every loss sharp, every win just unclear. I'm stacking my will where the others fall short. I'm my own law, my own last resort. Devil's gunfire road, I'm chasing my own damn fate. Every corner I turn, someone's lying in wait. Blood and sweat don't mean mercy or grace. I'm carving my place, leaving no empty space. Devil's gunfire road, I fight just to breathe, holding my ground while the world tries to deceive. I won't kneel, won't bow, won't fold. I live or die on this devil's gunfire road. I hear whispers of friends who disappeared, promises broken, some never even cared. I've had to grind through the nights with no light, rising from shadows, surviving the fight. Every deal I make comes with a sting. Every chain I dodge leaves a sting. Still I press on, can't let the world win. I'm steady, I'm sharp, I'm closing in. Devil's gunfire road, I'm chasing my own damn fate. Every corner I turn, someone's lying in wait. Blood and sweat don't mean mercy or grace. I'm carving my place, leaving no empty space. Devil's gunfire road, I fight just to breathe, holding my ground while the world tries to deceive. I won't kneel, won't bow, won't fold. I live or die on this devil's gunfire road. were there. Felt the burning nights with no one there. I've learned to strike before they strike at me. Every choice I made sets a chain free. I'm not asking for luck, I'm not chasing dreams. I'm just moving forward, tearing at the seams. I survive on my terms, no matter the cost. Every step I take is a battle not lost. Devil's gunfire road, I'm chasing my own damn fate. Every corner I turn, someone lying in wait. Blood and sweat don't mean mercy or grace. I'm carving my place, leaving no empty space. Devil's gunfire road, I fight just to breathe. Holding my ground while the world tries to deceive. I won't kneel, won't bow, won't fold. I live or die on this devil's gunfire road. I don't ask for sympathy, I don't beg for time. Every scar is a mountain I climb. I face the fire with my hands in the dirt. No apologies, no regret for the hurt. This life don't wait, and I don't slow. I take what I need, I give nothing I owe. The nights are long, but my grip is tight. I'll walk my own path to win this fight. Devil's gunfire road, I'm chasing my own damn fate. Every corner I turn, someone's lying in wait. Blood and sweat don't mean mercy or grace. I'm carving my place, leaving no empty space. Devil's gunfire road, I fight just to breathe. Holding my ground while the world tries to deceive. I won't kneel, won't bow, won't fold. I live or die on this devil's gunfire road. But I'm still standing tall. Every mile behind me is a story to recall. I don't ask for mercy, I don't take a load. I survive my way on the devil's gunfire road.